So, how will Russell Wilson play out on the Denver Broncos? I mean, first off, let's just talk about how talented that division is. Every team in that division now has a top 10 quarterback in it. Top 10 quarterback in it, considerably, arguably. I know some of the teams, some aspects of some of the other teams, like the Chargers, have a bad defense. Some teams in that division have some flaws, but overall, each team has a really good loaded offense. Now, for Russell Wilson, it's going to be hard to compete. Um, all three of those quarterbacks are younger than him. The oldest, I think, being Derek Carr. He's been in the league, I don't know, at least 5 years, I think. And Patrick Mahomes has been in for 3 to 4 years, and Justin Herbert has been in for about 2. But the thing is with Russell Wilson is he's one of the best pocket quarterbacks. And I think that the Broncos have a good offensive line. So with that and the fact that Russell Wilson is a good pocket quarterback, those two could work really well together. But just being in a division that's just that competitive, it's going to be really hard to just win division games alone. I mean, depending on what placement they get in the division in the future, that could help them out with future games against other teams in the NFL. And I know that the Denver Broncos also just have a lot of good receivers. I know they traded Noah Fant to the Seahawks as one of the, one of the requirements to get Russell Wilson. But they also do have Tim Patrick, Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton. They got good defense. Von Miller might come back. They got Javonte Williams as a rookie running back, and he probably is a top 3 running back out of that draft class of this past year. And you also have Melvin Gordon, who is, I think, more of a veteran running back, and he also plays really well. Just an overall team, though, they're a really good team, and now that they got Russell Wilson and then Teddy Bridgewater as a backup, that's really good. The Denver Broncos this offseason were definitely one step away of being Super Bowl contenders, and that was just the quarterback position. Now that they got Russell Wilson, they are definitely Super Bowl contenders. But like I said before, with him now being in one of the toughest divisions in the NFL, it's going to be hard for them to get that, 1 through 4 seed, or that they will most likely get that 5 through 7 seed, but it's going to be hard to be like one of the top teams and the AFC if you're just going up against tough division opponents, half of the year. Russell Wilson, I'm personally a fan of him, but I feel like when he was on the Seahawks, they didn't really have good management of how they should have played him out. I mean, he did have good receivers, but the offensive line, I feel like, just got really bad at the end, and so did the defense. And I feel like trading him to a better team, even though it's in a more talented division, I feel like that could have helped him in the end. Because with him now being on a more set team than the Seahawks, he now has the chance of going far in the playoffs and hopefully, potentially, making another Super Bowl. Russell Wilson could now easily be a top 7, top 8 quarterback, considering how good of an offense and how good of a defense he plays on, and just how good of a team he plays on in general. There's not much to even now get on the Broncos except for the fact that they need to find a replacement for Noah Fant. But other than that, they might need to find a replacement for Von Miller if they don't get him back. But other than that, there's not really much to change about them. Maybe some of their offensive line, I'm not sure. But they're definitely a team that could go far this next season. And I could definitely now see Russell Wilson being a comeback player of the year, because I think he got injured last season. He didn't even do that well. Now he can come back. He's playing for a better team. He has better weapons. He has a better defense, just on a better team generally. And now he can just have a good statistical season. I could see him now getting, 3,500, 4,000 plus yard season, as well as 30. How many touchdowns do they normally get? I can see him getting 45 touchdowns, honestly. Minimum to say, trading or the Broncos getting Russell Wilson was a good idea, but the Seahawks trade, or them giving away all that for him probably wasn't the best idea. I mean, don't get me wrong, Russell Wilson is definitely worth something, but 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, a 5th-round pick, Noah Fant, Drew Lock. I mean, Drew Lock's not that good. He's backup quarterback, and then some defensive player. I mean, 2 first-round picks is good, and then 2 second-round picks, that's a lot. But then again, Russell Wilson could sign at least another 2 contracts, 2 to 3 contracts. Hopefully he'll play for another 10 years before he retires. Probably at least another 8. But I'm hoping the Broncos do get what they need out of this trade, which is just getting Russell Wilson. Anyways, these are just some of my thoughts about Russell Wilson going to the Broncos. If you guys have any more video suggestions, leave them in the comments, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Anyways, peace.